What if I told you there was a secretive group of alien monks who believed the Force wasn't light or dark, but a rainbow of endless colours? A people whose powers surpassed even the greatest of Jedi or Sith. Powers that allowed them to teleport entire starships across space, and even to walk through time itself. Today, we uncover the secretive and astonishing history of the Aing-Tii Monks, the Force mystics who redefined what it meant to touch the Force, and why did great figures like Jacen Solo, Luke Skywalker, and Yoda himself choose to seek out these mysterious Force users. But before we dive in, let me ask you, what do you think? If the Jedi had learned Aing-Tii techniques like flow walking, would galactic history have changed forever? Comment below with your thoughts. I'd love to hear your theories. The Aing-Tii were a secretive species who lived within the Kathol Rift, one of the most dangerous regions of space. Few dared to enter the sector, and even fewer ever returned. For outsiders, the rift was a void of mystery, yet for the Aing-Tii, it was a sacred home. Physically, the Aing-Tii were strange to behold, standing about 2 meters tall, covered in white bony plates, walking on clawed feet with long, prehensile tails and tongues that could extend half a meter. They couldn't speak as most species did. Instead, they communicated by touching, tasting, and smelling with their 6 thin green tongues. To the galaxy at large, they were almost incomprehensible. Culturally, the Aing-Tii believed that the Force was neither light nor dark. Instead, it was infinite in its aspects, like the colours of a rainbow. Every event in the galaxy wasn't set in stone, but was instead guided by this multicoloured flow. This philosophy set them apart from both Jedi and Sith, who viewed the Force in rigid dualities. They rarely left their hidden territories, but when they did, it was usually for one purpose: to hunt down and destroy slavers. The Aing-Tii hated slavery above all things, and their attacks on slaver vessels became legendary in the Kathol outback. But what made these monks more than just reclusive vigilantes was their mastery of abilities no Jedi or Sith had ever achieved. So what were these powers, and how did they shape their role in galactic history? The Aing-Tii saw the Force as sacred, something not to be toyed with casually. Yet when they did act, their abilities were awe-inspiring. Their most famous powers included teleportation, the ability to instantaneously move objects, even massive starships, across great distances. This was beyond the reach of Jedi or Sith, and the Aing-Tii could even teach this ability to non-Force sensitives. Flow walking, a power to step outside of time itself. By surrendering their emotions to the Force, the Aing-Tii monk could observe events in the past or the future, and in rare cases, they could influence them, nudging events ever so slightly, though never enough to truly change destiny. Force lightning variants and energy manipulation. Some could wield techniques similar to electric judgment, though adapted to their philosophy. Advanced technology through the Force. Their semi-organic Sanhedrin ships could teleport through space, fueled by both technology and the Force itself. This combination of esoteric mysticism and overwhelming power made them nearly untouchable. To outsiders, They seemed less like mortals and more like divine agents of those who dwelt beyond the veil, the mysterious beings they believed guided their existence. And here's a question worth pondering. If the Jedi had learned these techniques earlier, could they have prevented tragedies like Order 66 or even the fall of Anakin Skywalker? If you're fascinated by these lesser known Force traditions, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our deep dives into Star Wars' most mysterious orders. For centuries, the Aing-Tii remained hidden, known only through fragments of rumour and rare encounters. Most attempts to learn about them ended violently as the monks destroyed outsiders who pried too deeply. But at one point before the Clone Wars, the Jedi Yoda himself became aware of them. A smuggler named George Cardass, suffering from poor health, was sent by Yoda to the Aing-Tii in hopes of being healed. The monks agreed, but only if Cardass stayed and learned their ways. And so, a simple smuggler spent decades among the Aing-Tii, studying their culture, witnessing their powers, and returning to the galaxy with reports that would later reach the Jedi archives and eventually the new Jedi Order. This raised an unsettling possibility. Why did Yoda, so cautious in his dealings, send someone to the Aing-Tii? Did he suspect their unique understanding of the Force might hold answers the Jedi had overlooked? The Aing-Tii's mysteries deepened during the time of the Galactic Civil War. They sought a relic called the Codex, a pyramid artifact of ancient Darkstrider technology. They believed it was a gift from those who dwelt beyond the veil, and could enhance Force connection. Because their customs forbade them from touching it, the monks manipulated a human named Makej, reprogramming his mind to subconsciously seek out and retrieve the Codex on their behalf. This manipulation left him unstable, nearly destroying his memory and sanity. Later, during clashes with the Empire, the Aing-Tii fought against Imperial forces at Demon's Gate and in the Kathol system, where their terrifying technology left even Star Destroyers vulnerable. Some reports even suggested their involvement in the mysterious destruction of the New Republic ship Farstar. The Codex obsession shows something profound. Even these monks, with their rainbow vision of the Force, still yearned for contact with beings greater than themselves. Could it be that the Aing-Tii were not simply mystics, but pilgrims seeking truths that even the Jedi could not comprehend? Decades later, after the Yuzong Vong War, Jacen Solo travelled to the Aing-Tii, seeking greater understanding of the Force. He stayed with them and learned their deepest secrets. Among them was the ability of flow walking. Through this power, Jacen observed past events, and in subtle ways, influenced them. Some accounts suggest he used flow walking to alter perceptions of time, creating ripples that helped shape his path toward becoming Darth Caedus. Yet Jacen didn't reveal everything he learned to the Jedi. Instead, he guarded their secrets, leaving the Aing-Tii's mysteries largely intact. One has to wonder, did the monks realize the danger of sharing such power with someone already teetering toward the dark side? In 43 ABY, Luke Skywalker and his son Ben retraced Jacen's steps to understand his fall. Their journey brought them into direct contact with the Aing-Tii, who introduced them both to flow walking and their teleportation techniques. They were even shown the sacred embrace, a network of caverns filled with relics including the Codex itself. Yet despite Luke's hope for clarity, the Aing-Tii revealed little about Jacen's corruption. Instead, they offered glimpses of the Force's boundless colours, reminding Luke of how much lay beyond even Jedi comprehension. This moment highlights a crucial theme. While the Jedi believed themselves guardians of the Force, the galaxy was far wider, filled with traditions that saw the truths the Jedi could barely fathom. The Aing-Tii never sought to conquer, nor did they seek galactic recognition. They remained hidden in the Rift, surfacing only to punish slavers or answer pleas for help. Their teachings survived through Cardass, Jacen, and Luke, yet most of their secrets remain veiled. They stand as proof that the Force is bigger than the Jedi and Sith, a rainbow of infinite shades, not just light and dark. So here's the final question. What other hidden Force traditions might still be out there in the galaxy, waiting, unseen, with powers that could reshape everything we thought we knew about the Force? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Next week, we are diving into the Order of Dai Bendu, one of the earliest known Force sects. You won't want to miss it. If you are enjoying these videos, consider becoming a channel member and let's uncover the galaxy's biggest secrets together. Thanks for watching.